Content warning. This video contains discussions of child death, fire, and emotional distress that may be difficult for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
It wasn't one kid. It wasn't even two. It was all of them. She lost all her children.
Linda Barton crying for her daughter Sabrina Dunigan, whose only children are now gone after flames engulfed her East St. Louis home with her 5 children inside.
No matter what went on in her life, she was always with her kids. Good, bad, thick, thin, it didn't matter.
Today, Sabrina, seen here next to Barton, was surrounded by family outside of a memorial of balloons and stuffed animals created in her children's honor.
Be strong for her, pray for her. Right now she needs it. Everybody gone. She lost her kids. Right now she needs strength. That's all we can give her right now.
Travis Askew is Sabrina's fiance.
I love those kids like they were my own. I provided for them. I did everything for them.
9-year-old Deontay, 8-year-old twins Nevaeh and Heaven, 4-year-old Jabari, and 2-year-old Loyel, all remembered for being bright young kids who smiled hard, loved food, and would do anything for their mom.
Jabari.
Some stories stay with you forever. Stories that remind us how fragile life is and how fast tragedy can strike. In August 2021, a mother from East St. Louis lost everything: her home, her hope, and her 5 young children. Today, we tell the story of Sabrina Dunigan, a story of unimaginable loss, deep pain, and unanswered questions. Welcome to Crime the Eway. I hope you enjoy the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get to it. It was just after 3 a.m., August 6th, 2021. Sabrina Dunigan, 34, lived with her 5 children in a small apartment on 29th Street. They'd just celebrated a birthday, a night meant for laughter and love. But then, everything changed. When crews arrived, the building was already engulfed. Neighbors say they heard screams. Sabrina ran back inside, burning her arms and feet, trying to reach her babies. But it was too late. All 5 were gone.
Straight out of swamp where the pain don't sleep, digging through the truth where the crime runs deep. From the bottom to the top, let the facts all spray. Welcome to the grind, this crime the Eway. The streets don't lie, they scream my name.
Mike, that deadly fire broke out here in the 2nd-story apartment building right here behind me in the 500 block of North 29th Street. As you can see, this makeshift memorial continues to grow in front of the apartment. People stopping by here all day as the Metro East community mourns the loss of 5 children under the age of 10 and try to come to grips with the tragedy. Palmerita Automotive Group Skyfox was over the scene Friday morning. The fire broke out around 3 in the apartment building. Now, authorities say the fire was contained to the 1-bedroom apartment near State Street and 29th Street. 5 children died.
A sadness, because it's youth who didn't ever see the next day, and people who have kids and family that come home and knowing that your loved ones are gone, especially of that magnitude with 5 kids. It's a tragedy.
The St. Clair County coroner says 4 children died inside the apartment and the 5th child died at the hospital, all under the age of 10. Family members provided photos of 3 of the victims and identified the children as twin girls, Heaven and Nevaeh, Deontay, all pictured here, and 4-year-old Jabari and 2-year-old Loyel not in the photo. As family members are trying to cope with the loss, the community came out to place flowers, balloons, and teddy bears, heartbroken over the unthinkable. The victim's next-door neighbor devastated.
When I came out, I did see them bringing out 3 of the older kids, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart so bad. That's gonna be the only image in my head from now on. Them kids being brought up out of there. And then I knew that she had 5, so when they told me it was 3 that they found, I'm like, I started asking around, like, what about the other 2 babies? What about the younger 2? You know, anybody saying nothing about them? Then come to find out that they were still stuck in the building.
Investigators say the fire started when the mother of the 5 children went to pick up another adult from work. When the mom returned home, the fire had already started, and she tried to run into the building herself to get the children, but she was unsuccessful. It's unclear at this point if the apartment had any working smoke alarms. Our crews were on the scene when the building's owner Rudy McIntosh, former East St. Louis Deputy Police Chief, arrived and did not want to comment about the fire, only stated that the fire is under investigation.
No one can find the words to describe the hurt over the loss of 5 young children. It's painful for the children's grandfather, Greg Dunigan, to talk about. He showed me a picture of 3 of the young victims, Deontay, Heaven, Nevaeh.
Kind of kids that any other kid would want to be around. You know, they were the type of kids that, you know, if they got around any bad kids or something like that, they would change those kids into the kind of kids they were. They were just peaceful, and that's what they like. That's what they live for, peace. Always happy, always playing, never in no trouble at all.
Joining us tonight, I'm Lauren Traeger. The family of 5 children killed in a devastating fire in East St. Louis is speaking out tonight as they mourn an incredible loss. News 4's Gabriela Vidal spoke with those who knew the children best and shares their message for the community.
It wasn't one kid. It wasn't even 2. It was all of them. She lost all her children.
Linda Barton crying for her daughter Sabrina Dunigan, whose only children are now gone after flames engulfed her East St. Louis home with her 5 children inside.
No matter what went on in her life, she was always with her kids. Good, bad, thick, thin, it didn't matter.
Today, Sabrina, seen here next to Barton, was surrounded by family outside of a memorial of balloons and stuffed animals created in her children's honor.
Be strong for her, pray for her. Right now she needs it. Everybody gone. She lost her kids. Right now she needs strength. That's all we can give her right now.
Travis Askew is Sabrina's fiance.
I love those kids like they were my own. I provided for them. I did everything for them.
9-year-old Deontay, 8-year-old twins Nevaeh and Heaven, 4-year-old Jabari, and 2-year-old Loyel, all remembered for being bright young kids who smiled hard, loved food, and would do anything for their mom.
Jabari, I know right now he's in heaven asking God what's in the refrigerator.
You got any pizza? Got any hot dog?
And
what's that song he used to sing?
We love those kids, and we're gonna miss them.
At this time, East St. Louis fire officials have not released any information on what caused the fire, and the family tells me they are not commenting on the investigation. Loved ones tell me it's been frustrating to hear people criticize Sabrina for not being home when the fire started. Barton tells me their children were not unattended because their other grandparents were also in the building at the time.
We don't care what people say. We don't care what people think, and we don't care how people feel. It's about what we feel right here within ourselves that matters to us.
For this family, the healing has only just started.
It's the East St. Louis mother whose 5 children died in a fire this summer. Sabrina Dunigan has been charged with 5 counts of child endangerment resulting in death. Her 5 children, ages 2 to 9, all died when their apartment caught fire in August. Dunigan had left them alone at home at the time to pick up a friend.
There was no victory that day, only grief. 5 children gone, 1 mother punished, a community forever changed. As we remember Sabrina's 5 children, let their story be a call for compassion and a reminder that every family deserves safety and support. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us keep telling real stories that matter. And tonight, check your smoke alarms. It could save a life.